Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh and Diop. Today's Black Africa, Dogon Cosmogony. Dogon cosmogony, described by the late Marcel Grial in Diop, recalls hermopolitan cosmogony on many points. The same Ogdo, the same primitive divinity that supposedly was a reptile, sometimes dancing in the darkness. The Egyptian ideas equally shed light on the androgynous concept of the being in Dogon society and furnished the ontological basis for circumcision. For the Egyptians, God, particularly the god Amon, in Dogon Amma, autogeneous, was necessarily androgynous. This divine androgyny is found to a lesser degree in human beings, and it explains in Pharaonic Egypt, as in all of Black Africa, the practices of circumcision and excision in order to radically separate the sexes at puberty. In their article entitled A Sudanese System of Sirius, Marcel Griol and Germain Dieterlen give us an idea of the cosmic visions of the Dogon, the Bambara, the Bozo, and the uh, Menenake, who all inhabit the region of the Niger River's loop, the Dogon in the cliffs of the Bandigara and the Bambara, and the Bozo in the Sigu region, and the Miniaka in that of Kotiala. Kutiala. A principal idea that exists everywhere in Black Africa is that of initiation at different levels or degrees, and one which contributed greatly to the degradation and the fossilization of knowledge that was earlier considered to be quasi scientific. There is a priestess of Amma, page 273, god of water, rain, and the atmosphere, who has the same attributes as the Egyptian god Amon. Amon, great god of Thebes, was the only one of the Egyptian gods to shelter in his sanctuary a woman entirely dedicated to his service, and who was called the divine adorer, the god's wife, the priestess of Amon, and who necessarily had to be of Ethiopian royal blood, that is to say, a princess of Cush, a black. Every 60 years, the Dogons celebrate a ceremony called Sigwil, corresponding to the renewal of the world, and during which Amma and his son, the Nomomo, or the world's demiurge, appear. Page 275. We will see how below how interesting it will be to compare the 60-year period to the Greeks' great year, of the same duration and supposedly discovered by Omnipodes. The Dogon knew the syzygies. Thus, the world was created in 7 twin years, which comes to 14 years. They call Sirius, whose hierarchical rising they knew, Sigui Tulo, equals the star of Sigui, the feast of the world's rebirth, marking the time when a new Sigui priest had to be chosen for another 60 years. We'll pause right here. Continue back, chapter 17 of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel Riley. Highest Heart Love.